What's up, guys? Welcome to the Hard Carry, where we're carrying Call of Duty League matches straight to you. We're here today with a very important match, Major 5 qualifiers. Seattle Surge versus Vegas Legion. Vegas absolutely needs these points to stay within 10 points of Minnesota Rocker going into Major 5, and also keeping their champs' hopes alive. Let's check it out.
Try and get something going again. We're talking about the opposite end of the bubble for Surge. It would take something quite monumental for them to screw it up now, Brycey, I'm not going to lie, but a loss to Vegas Legion here would not help them whatsoever.
No, it certainly wouldn't. Of course, we can't stop emphasizing the Legion. They have been fighting. It's
Vegas
been their
needs this
story
bad.
for so long.
I know they need it bad too.
To the very end
Seattle's
of the
been
cusp
struggling
of what
recently.
happens to Vegas.
Except for
And this
Pred.
is one of the
Pred's
games
been
we may
absolutely
talk about
insane.
in just a week's time.
Yeah, they would have been a bit sad about that. Rocker resurgence yesterday, I want to say. Not necessarily the result they would have wanted, but a result that they have got a hold of here, though, is Embassy Hardpoint. They've won the last 3 up against various opposition, of course. Seattle Surge, not too bad of a record, of course, sitting at 11-6. Pred is somebody you just have to watch. 1.22 on this map. Just such an issue when it does come down to those
Nice
rotations.
kills by
In and
Seattle
around
to keep
over
Vegas
towards
off
the
the
Embassy
point here,
side.
but
Here's a
Vegas
big
has
problem
P2
in that aspect,
in
but now the
hand.
problem for Seattle Surge is
Look at
trying
him
to find a
spawning
break
down
over
like
towards
down
Vegas
here.
Legion. Temp setting up towards the car park side. Hard break
Definitely
now for
P2.
Surge to try and fight.
You already see pressure from all angles. Clayster will hold off the first towards the back, though.
All the
That's going to be great for them
explosions.
as well. Sid coming through the door. It's not going to get
Standing,
any more.
Clay
Standing
get
is
two.
ready for it. Clayster continuing to rack up the kills. At the moment, the Legion
Good hold
have
here
a
for
hold.
Vegas.
Did well here last time, if
Seattle.
I remember rightly. P2
front.
was the money maker. P3 is sometimes a place where they do struggle. Kills have been traded, though. The break has come through for a
Pretty much
Seattle
broke
Surge.
it here.
In the middle will be cleaned
not
up. This
quite.
one over towards the car park. Very nice.
Good shot by
Siege.
TJ.
We'll find the break and we'll find the rotation through. Some good time for Vegas Legion here. Still 30 seconds to go. It's a big kill from TJ. The rest of the team are here to back it up as well, or not quite in time. Seattle Surge are here for the scrap. Is still hotly contested.
And to be fair, I think we got to give credit to Clayster.
Surge
Holding
is
it
on
back for that long
P3,
means
P3's
Surge
up
did not
here.
get the time they wanted off of it.
So you can see
the problem
Surge
now going to be for
as
Legion.
they are, all
Can they
together
get
here.
P3? TJ will be the first one through the kind of door, but not going to find anything. Temp will find a kill. Seattle here in numbers are locked in.
Yep, Seattle Surge doing their research. Vegas Legion, when it does come down to P3, it has been difficult. But I want to kind of point towards some statistics for Hardpoint when it comes down to Vegas Legion. Since stage 4, their breaking percentage has been so high on this map, sitting at number 3. Percentage-wise over the season has been great, but since Standy came in,
Vegas
their
breaking
breaking has
well.
been significantly better. He will be the only one who can find a kill off those initial couple of breaks. Temp will find one. Mac is going to have to do some work here alongside of accuracy. Pressure coming in from Vegas Legion. Potential break.
Unfortunately, they get cut down, and Orange just not finding the gap that they need. And with 30 seconds left to go, one last roll of the dice. Clayster's in a position. TJ going to try and go through Orange now.
Vegas trying to get the
They
scrap
will
time.
go for this scrap time, but it may mean they lose the rotation again. Here they come. Only Pred holding them
Temp is in
off.
the top.
It will be Legion to
Ooh,
grab
wait,
the
no,
20
he's
seconds.
got-
Mac with a
got down.
huge kill. And Legion gain 20, but lose the next hill.
Yeah, Temp managed to take down Mac there. You get the scrap and you get a good foothold on the rotation heading in towards P4.
Temp is in the
Redis here
back
though with
still.
Temp towards the back. Temp very much alone. It should be dead right and is so. 7-6 out of Pred, starting to warm up into this game. Have a
He got
slight
spawned.
lead for the
He
Vegas
spawned.
Legion. And talking about the sentiments from the desk, I think this might go to a game 5. We've got a close game 1 so far. Seattle Surge inside the point.
And again, all on Vegas. Trying to find their way through here. Only one kill from 10. Can they find anything else in the kill
Oh,
feed?
10,
10
two
finds
big
a
kills.
second. And now the pressure will mount. Seattle Surge are trying to hold down the fort for it as well. They send in the superstar. Fred unable to get anything else going. Mac waiting now. No reinforcements, no trades. But it will be numbers out for them. But somehow Legion find more kills.
Fantastic breaking on the back of Temp. He finds the 2 kills in the corridors and it just makes things that
Oh,
little bit
Fred.
easier. But you're being broken far
Oh,
too easy.
Fred.
4-man wipe for Seattle Surge. Vegas Legion will walk away towards Kitchen, licking their wounds. And now can they get themselves set up? 3 kills from Pred in the kill feed to find that one. And Temp now just going hunting a little bit, easing some of this pressure, and will do so very,
Temp
very
with
well.
an SMG.
Finds the 2 kills, Mac accuracy,
it.
and the trophy system very much dead.
Temp holding it down. Already getting back to the point here. Vasnev's out for basically everybody. The Legion will have control. This is not an easy break for any team. They're going to have to try and surround all sides and pinch.
Big kill actually coming in from Mac. Can't actually capitalize on it. Sending at 5 and 12, but that would have been an important one if the rest of Surge could have found some sort of gunfight. It's only going to be Pred. Said that quite a few times this season. Mac now, can he find a second? No, he cannot stand it. Flying out the door. Really good hold from Vegas Legion so far. It's so hard to separate
Vegas
these two
playing
teams
well
right
right
now.
now.
First rotation
Only
at
with
Hills
about a
has just been
10-point lead
so
so far.
close, but 30 left to go on the kitchen. It's been a good hold from Legion so far.
And every time you think that maybe Seattle Surge get a toehold through, Legion are all vazzed up. They're all ready. They're all holding all the angles. And they should hold the last second here. Seattle Surge will crawl through this last hill, but at the moment they're finding nothing. Not even Pred will find an ingress into this point as we go into our second set of rotations done.
Yeah, Seattle Surge started to just talk that one over 20 seconds to go. 4 bodies inside the point for Vegas Legion. It's always going to be very, very difficult. Wonderfully
Good
patient play
patience
from
from
TJ, though.
TJ.
Now finds the kill and accuracy. You get that sort of positioning
20
getting
and
into
10.
P2, and TJ is
He
flowing
is
like water
flying,
now. 20
frying.
and 10 from him. It's a phenomenal start, a phenomenal first rotation from Vegas Legion. Commanding position right now.
And they've got to be feeling good, but let's find out. It's a Vegas Legion. Listen in.
I got the guy gas.
Nice, good shit.
One
Push
top
on
cat,
right side
laundry.
feet. Left side hill, left side hill dead. Right side
this
feet,
one,
top
I have
feet.
this one.
Didn't hit him.
I'll
Did not
chow
hit
top
that
feet.
feet.
I can chow.
Last guy top, get in hill. Double chop, look at left window. Have your left window weak. One shot dead.
Sean me hill. He's front side hill.
He double chop this plate, double chop this.
I'm one shot. I'm throwing a trophy, going look at one.
Spawn on,
Keep on
gas,
there.
gas,
I'll get
gas,
time done.
Was gonna get time, I can cut your mid.
Okay, I'm getting time.
Xbox, one shot, front laundry Mac,
I have
absolutely.
left.
I have to hit this. Mac is
They're gonna be gas, they're gonna be gas.
This is good ass time, this is good ass time.
Red maybe. Red maybe. He might be red on me.
I'm dead.
Shit,
Mac might be red on me.
Mac was laundry.
He's gonna go red to gas probably.
I'm working left, I'm on top ladder.
Come
I'm
gas
getting
with me.
Xbox.
Whoever's mid, maybe play gas with me.
No, I'm going halls.
One's gonna be gas, Claire.
I'm gonna play with you, Don. I'm jumping on kitchen.
I don't see
I
any
don't see him on the
P4.
heady.
Watch this guy back truck on me.
I don't see anything in hill.
I'll see him mid pickup. He's gotta be useless.
S1 dead.
Oh, actually, in the hill weak. He's back van, Sib. He's weak in time, guys.
Yo, he's the farthest van. Lamar.
All good. Let's get
He's in
time.
the farthest van. Hey, front side hill on you.
Heard. I'm killing trophies, guys. Trophies
Where is
dead.
spawning? Where is
Yeah, trophy front side door. He's in laundry, Fred. In
Front
laundry.
side hill weak, front side hill weak,
Yeah.
Mac. Max, front side hill weak.
And the Legion desperately trying to fight back into this P2. You can hear it in the
Good
comms. Nothing yet, but still
Vegas.
holding on to their lead ton.
Getting a little bit frantic, it had to be said. Vegas Legion
Yeah, but they
hadn't
just
really
got
found a
broke.
break until then. Clayster and Co. Finding the kills across the map, and now it's all about the
Good
rotation.
shots from
Beams from Standy. The Mac's gonna be
Oh
careful
my
with
God.
Standy shooting like this. You're gonna get gunned. P3 rotation is in, and as is 10 seconds of scrap time. Standy just trying to do it all on his own. The only man who can mention back is Pred. Wonderful couple of kills coming in from him. Just unfortunately, the other team have a Pred. Really good kills on the transition though, and Seattle Surge have to hold on here.
Yes,
They only got 2 guys on the hill.
Not all here in numbers. You can see that Legion are trying to put the pressure down, but it is running through a chokehold. Temp makes a kill. Can he find one against Alex? He holds it. He does
Nice
find the
kills from
second.
Temp.
These are outrageous kills from the Legion. Times that they shouldn't be winning, they've got it. They're now into the point.
Standy gets himself a PD spawn and just pushes all the way over towards up top. So no Overwatch for Seattle Surge in that area. Standy locking it down. It's only Pred who can do anything about this. 1-2.
Oh,
And that is
Pred.
absurd from Pred. Every single time you think Surge are out of it, pops up is pretty boy Pred every single time. Slows them
he was
down
not gonna
3-piece
like
for
that
them,
one
but it's up
bit.
the ladder for Clayster. Can't
Don't
find
call that.
anything. Biggest Legion play that well, but then run into Pred, unfortunately.
And that's happened more than one time on this map already. He flies in and finds it. It is difficult for any team to deal with him.
Temp 21
Legion,
and
though,
13
holding
doing
this
good, too.
rotation, looking to extend this lead,
But
give
only a
themselves a
30-point
cushion
lead still
against
for
the
Vegas.
Surge.
30 seconds is the lead now.
Oh,
Good
Sib.
fight win from TJ, or from Sib onto
Absolutely
TJ, I
guts
should
TJ
say.
out of the shorts.
Pred lingering up top. This is getting dangerous now. 2 kills, make that 3 for Surge. Vegas Legion broken far too easily. Things getting a little bit scary now. The lead was sitting at 60 or 70. It is very much down to only 30.
That's a break.
And now,
Wait, not quite.
finding these kills on the way in.
Vegas still had
Actually diving
spawns.
around, but Standing will find it as well.
Mac.
For the attack, he'll find 2, but not the third. But he gives his team an opportunity. Clayster back against the wall. Sib flying in finds the trade. Temp will get 2 with the grenade as well.
Oh, he got
Can
2
find
with
the
the
third?
nade.
Versus Temp,
And
but
the
he will
third.
get it. And now, hot feet, rotation on flame. Both teams sprinting over here, knowing it could be decided.
It's been heavy blow after heavy blow between these 2 squads so far. Everyone seems to just be having their moments here and there. Pred just trying to hold this
Oh,
cross down, just
beautiful.
trying to weaken anything that Vegas Legion can throw at this one. It is Clayster towards the back, the rest of the team spawning up on the scrap, so he will wait for the rest of the squad to find a breakthrough. Seattle Surge, you have a bit of time to set up here, but the setup has to be tight.
Yeah, what's
Now,
number 2
all the
accuracy?
pressure
What do you do?
in
Oh,
the
yeah,
world.
I
Leeds
guess
are going to
you
hit this
got
from a
Phil.
single direction nade.
But here comes all of
Flying
Vegas.
into this point. Accuracy will find onto Teb on the outside. 3 players ready to jump. A hurricane of fire about to erupt. Mac holding the door first. TJ's going to go down. Clay says is now going to have to backpedal. He falls as well. Standy versus Mac. There
was
is
a terrible
nothing here
push.
for Legion.
Really good kills coming in from Mac and really good backup from the rest of Seattle Surge. You've seen accuracy just holding down the mid lane. Nobody from Vegas Legion has been able to get across without being tagged up. Seattle Surge, it's been easy picking so far, making a couple of more. Save 1, 2, and 3. Not quite. Standy's
There
there
you
for
go,
2.
Sandy.
Standy's there for 3.
Oh,
15
TJ gets
seconds
one.
remaining. TJ through the front door as well. Vegas Legion, they're going to be 10 points away by the time we head over towards P1. Third rotation coming in. Seattle
maybe
Surge
11.
backs firmly against the wall.
And the Legion have had the slaying. But it doesn't matter if you don't convert these last 12 and they get another one there onto the point. Standy will be looking for it as well. He'll know these players are trying to keep them off P1 here, but Clay just with the play up top PD. Standy will find one more on the hill. Civ will continue to trade this one as well. Civ gets a second. Legion will not get onto the point yet.
And this is so difficult for Seattle Surge. So many different angles that Vegas Legion can just hold you off from. And it just
Oh,
makes it so
TJ,
difficult.
nice
You lose a
kill.
couple of gunfights and Vegas Legion can just chance it and
8
jump on in those
seconds.
points. Keep on it ticking.
Mac
Mac will find
able to
another.
get
But
TJ
every
off
single
the
kill
point.
is vitally important for Seattle Surge. You still got 25 seconds left to defend P1 here. It's so difficult from this position.
It is because every time they look away
Accuracy
towards
up in the
P2,
top
Legion
there.
will take the
Oh,
points.
Clay guns him out of his shorts.
Oh!
Oh!
Wound. They are bleeding
That's it.
Surge on this map, and they have done enough. It is first blood to the Legion.
Nicely done.
And they know it was hard fought, but hard won.
Vegas take map 1 from the Seattle Surge. Beautifully done. Let's check out this best play by Standy. Standy making plays. That was whenever they needed to break that kitchen hill at the end, and they did it. The first push sucked, but second push worked. As the Vegas Legion take map 1. Let's take a look at the final scoreboard. Pred 29 and 26, but Standy 30 and 22. Temp 28 and 20. Let's check out map number 2, shall we? If I can find it. They be wasting time, so I try not to waste you guys' time.
Go for it, but hey, 0 and 3.
0
yeah,
and
no,
3,
you
Mercado
won't find
SND.
anything next season.
Oh my goodness. This should be interesting.
Well,
Let's check
before
out
next
map number
season, before the end of this, and before we figure out how this game has gone, and we can all get on Reddit and have a good moan, it is the S&D coming up next. Statistics may not lie, but are they telling the truth? Legion heavily favoured here.
And towards, well, I mean, I was about to say we can have some stats for Seattle Surge, but we don't have any because they're 0 and 3, and like, how much do you want to pick that apart? They haven't played it in 4 months. They're very much going to surely be a new look, and look at that gunfight from Pred. You just cannot let that happen. My word. Claystep reminded of his age on that one, unfortunately. Pred gunned him completely. 3v4 now for Vegas Legion.
Oh, TJ, nice
Gets one back
nade.
under Mac. And now in a 3v3, 2 players going to hit tunnel here, and the TJ will go straight there.
Oh.
Does not get the kill though. The trade doesn't come through either. Pred now going to hit this rotation. Stanley's going to fall before he does it, and that'll be first blood to Seattle Surge.
Good first round.
And I
from
think when you're
Seattle.
attacking round number 1 as
What
well,
do you
and I'm not
got
going to
there?
discredit that anything that Seattle Surge did there. It is a little bit easier to play with his headbutt over towards A.
Sid
Unfortunately for
put something up his
Clayster,
nose.
he did really get
Looked
the
like a
sight up,
nasal
and you see a lot of
spray,
teams
but-
do that. You don't have a trophy system to help you enter through the hedges side. It just makes it a little bit more difficult to find a good position. Just kind of looking over from tunnel, and Pred jumps around the corner and deletes him.
Temp
So
with the
that
star
kind of opens
today.
up the round completely. For the
Says he
side
has
of
a
Surge,
pimple.
and I think, if you look at the stats for Vegas Legion, very good retaking teams. I
Covers
think
it up
it's
with a
second
little
overall in the
star.
statistics. They would have fancied their chances over towards it.
Oh,
Fancied their
Standy,
chances
nice
this
first
time
blood
late.
by
Standy
Pred.
will open things up
Onto
onto
Pred.
Pred. Will be 3 in favor of Legion.
They're keeping him hurt.
And now Legion have a little bit of control. Stanley doesn't want to check
Oh.
there, but it doesn't matter. Civ goes for it from the top rope, and the Legion have actually
That's
left
that
it.
stun. See, he was
Down
hurt.
to a
He was
3
one
versus
shot.
3, and they've
They
rotated.
threw
I
the
think
stun,
Seattle
so he
Surge
stayed
you
one
can see
shot.
them redistributing on the minimap.
And then a good,
Yeah, if they've done their homework last
a
time
good
around.
chow.
Out the 5 offenses up against Minnesota Rocker, Vegas Legion headed over towards B 4 times. They are doing this quite often. They don't necessarily love that 50-50 if you want over towards A.
Oh.
Well, okay, and Seattle Surge loving it over towards B.
Seattle,
The
2
gunfights just
rounds.
flow through ever so easily. Surge 2 to the good. These rounds have been convincing.
They have. I mean, big gunfight obviously towards the middle. Their accuracy hasn't missed. 4-0.
Accuracy.
You've got to ask yourself this. Obviously, Legion, a little bit of a playbook. The rotation was called. With Standy dying in mid, it took away one of their aces.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think, the call comes through. Standy is probably just going to play that position if you can find that second kill. I wouldn't be surprised if Vegas Legion still rotate over towards B. Quite happy to let a player like Standy go off on that Lone Island play. Seattle Surge now trying their look over towards B. Back in accuracy, putting the feelers out. Understanding where Vegas Legion are set up, but plenty of bodies over towards this B side. See Clayster's over there. Very, very fast if he needs to be, and two other members from Vegas Legion already set up. So Seattle Surge with a small conundrum here.
Oh,
Mac's gonna go down. There's the bomb.
First blood
In no man's
for
land.
Vegas there.
The Standy recognize it. You can see the
34.
Legion distribute. They've given up A control.
Bomb too.
Sib looking for anybody crossing.
Sid with the sniper.
Clayster put that face out into the open. He won't. TJ will get the second kill as well. Clayster crosses with beautiful COD timing.
Wow.
You absolutely love those if you're a Vegas Legion fan. Gets himself across, safe as houses, up against Sib. Now, Sib and Pred's actual positioning here is brilliant if you had the bomb.
Fly in here.
They do not. They do not. Very well aware of where it is, and that's why you can see this setup. 4 arrows heading.
Sib left
And
in a
looking over
1v4
towards the
with
A side, Sib's just trying to find a breakthrough. We'll find the shots onto Temp.
He only got 20 seconds though.
Don't worry. Even the Legion can't actually give this one away. There'll be no choking today. It'll just be hunting down and killing Sib. The Legion get one back on the board.
Not much you could do there. I think, when that first initial kill comes through onto Mac, it is always a little bit more difficult because of his positioning, because of where that bomb is, and then the second one comes through onto the player who's pushing that side. It just makes it very, very difficult. Vegas Legion do everything they need to do. Seattle Surge, not a lot they could do. Just gets a bit of bad time in Mac there as well. He was already looking over towards that side as soon as he goes to turn around for whatever distraction that had came through.
Now 2-1.
Standy is there to pick up the pieces from the first blood. They walk away with the round. So Vegas Legion do stop the bleeding. 2-1 now.
Clayster first blood and a trophy kill.
Oh no, the trophy is a Legion fan. Mac has fallen, and Standy gets another one. And
oh baby!
What is going on?
When you get killed by a trophy, it's usually when your friend throws one.
It's a fat nade over from
and
Clayster,
but the other team throws something, and your homie's standing too close to the trophy.
Sitting playing this, and you'll be throwing your grenades towards hedges. And yeah, okay. In ranked play, you'll get them because people don't use trophies sometimes. But to find that break, you've got to get them down very, very quickly. Was that a how many seconds round there?
17 seconds.
17?
That's why I'm losing my mind. What on earth is going on? From bad to worse for Seattle. They were 2-0 up, and it very quickly has changed.
Very, very quickly. Now it is a big hit over towards the A side. Back ready and waiting accuracy, trying to find the pick Clayster. I think that's through the wall, to be honest with you. TJ was there to put the damage down as well. Pred is able to find a kill on attempt, though, over towards the B side. So Seattle Surge have got their skates on and heading over, but as are the Vegas Legion. They've already found Pred here as well. They will take him down.
With the quick
So
rotation
from
over
Mac
to B.
is no longer that attractive.
But Mac has the bomb.
Well, TJ just plays patient. Mac alone. Is there a 1 versus 3
Sid went for that shell without having his friend there.
It will not be easy. Dead silence not available for him. Stomping through Cantina. TJ, I think, has heard him. He has. And there we go. It's an easy kill in the end.
And I like that from Legion. Look, you leave TJ over there. He'll probably be saying to his team,
Good
look,
play
I'm
from
top
Vegas.
Cantina. It's a really good spot to be in if you want to defend A. If you want anybody over towards that A side in any position, it's probably up here with an SMG. So that allows the other two players on Vegas Legion to appreciate what's happening over towards B. Pred's found a kill. Let's rotate over in case they do go for the rotation, which they did. But as soon as Pred falls, because of Vegas Legion being able to freely rotate, just makes things that ever bit more difficult. Mac not getting any luck on his side this time around. Of course, the guaranteed bomb carrier for the Seattle Surge. Now what's the play? Vegas Legion again going over towards the B side. This time, though, Seattle Surge have predicted wrongly.
It's a huge counterplate.
Yep,
and
now
they
they're
move.
rotating.
They don't know. They don't know it's completely free. Seattle Surge are here now.
The Legion have not planted, and this causes issues, Ton. Again, compressed. the defense is up here for Legion, like they're defending the bomb site, but they don't have full control over it yet. Clayster, try not to get picked off. Somebody from Vegas will have to make a move.
That's a brave gunfight from Clayster. Sib with 0 cover though, and he will find his 4th in a row. And now the cogs can start to whirl a little bit for Vegas Legion. Where can you find the break? Where can you find that little angle? Mac with some good shots onto Clayster though. You think he'd be a bit perplexed by that. I didn't even see bullets, and Clayster is dead. Now 3v3. Seattle Surge just looking from the outside in, but TJ will find one into accuracy. Now 2v3. Vegas Legion have played this one very patiently.
They have, but Seattle, all they have to do is move at the right moment. Mac finds 10.
does get one.
Standy will get bombed
2v2.
down to a 2 versus 2.
Fred's Pop Daddy.
They're going to go for this. They are going to go for this. Stanley has it as well. Pred checking his corners, checking his angles. TJ throwing him some eyebrows, but it isn't going to be enough. Pred gets out of there alive. Time still ticking down. Still a 2 versus 2.
1 HP in a dream, but Mark
TJ
makes the
gets
push,
one.
has to do something because Pred has to back him down. TJ 5 spree. Is that going to be ended right now because of Pred? Yes, it is. Is the trade going to be there though? Of course it is. Vegas
Nice shot
Legion.
from Vegas.
What I really love about that is how patient they were. They
Yeah,
find
waited
themselves
for the
over
right
towards B,
time.
not a lot of information, so you do not make that push initially over towards the site. I think sometimes, myself included, you know, I was kind of looking at that. I can see the minimap, I know where they are, so that does obviously help. Vegas Legion could have got that bomb down pretty quickly. Choose not to do so because they have, well, lack of information, as mentioned. Then they just pick them apart. Seattle Surge maybe just offer a little bit too much. Just trying to keep an eye on the bomb, trying to find some angles, trying to pick them apart. They are the ones
Clayster just
got
guns
taken down.
freaking
Vegas Legion. That's
out of
4
the shorts.
rounds in a row.
Ooh.
Standing on his 6th spree. I think TJ didn't quite get his. His kill over towards Mac though. It's a big hit over towards
Mac
the A
gets
side.
2.
Seattle Surge finding 2. Now
Temp gets
4v2
one,
for
though.
Vegas.
Tem's gone for it. He was a little bit alone and a little bit exposed, but he has fallen by the wayside. Standy has a 6 streak, but this may be a step too far. Doesn't get Sibby. That does not bring the numbers back down to reality, and he gets stunned and Mac guns.
I think that's 3 minimum from Mac in that round. And it's just not very Seattle Surge like with the big hit over towards A. And it's Mac, the first one through. 6 and 5 from him now, and you know we don't like to talk about it too much, but statistically in terms of the KD,
Seattle's been
the
working
lowest
on
in
their
the
S&D.
CDL this season. Stepping it up here for his team though, 6 and 5 out of him. You like those numbers as a bomb carrier. Getting themselves back into it. It was getting a little bit silly. Vegas Legion starting to run away with it. But a very nice bounce back round from Seattle Surge now. Vegas Legion still with work to do.
And again, they're going for this B hit. Pred's here already. Does he hear it? Does he know it? The angle. The stun is going to give him a check. No, and he finds Clayster stepping. Pred with the first blood. That cruise is already coming through. I don't know who he's going to find. Pred dives to safety. And Legion wanted it to clear out the site, but they have found nothing.
It's a momentary 2v2 over towards the B side, though, so the next kill is really influential on this site. The rest of the team on their way over. Pred should be dead to rights. Well played from TJ. He continues to survive. Seattle Surge haven't made their move over towards A yet. I think it's because Mac finds 1 kill over towards that side. They're not quite sure exactly where Vegas Legion are playing it. What was now a 2v4 is a 2v2.
Oh, here you go. Reinforcements, but they're just going to try and continue to peek this. TJ with the Vaz up top will get a little bit of a check. Standy has bomb and wants to plant.
He's going to go for it. Seattle Surge in a position to answer, not quite. It's going to be a 2v2 retake. Mac going for the shots up towards top 10. I think this is all, honestly, on Sib, and if he can find a pick, and then Mac is just going to flow back through. Here we go. This is the fight.
Oh, and he's tagged him up. Standy's weak. He needs a little bit of cover, but he's not there. TJ now left to line up the top dives. Finds the one as well.
Oh,
TJ still
Teej.
moving and grooving. Sib versus TJ. Here comes the chance.
Oh!
Open door, open sesame, and they find it to bring it 4-4.
Tie game.
That Sib gunfight looks so strange. Goes well with it. And honestly, I think off the initial couple of shots that go into... I can't even remember who was left with TJ at that stage. But TJ was lingering up top, and I think it was standing inside the top. You would have thought that TJ would have been there to help him out with Mac pushing through from the mid-map. But he just chooses to stay. Doesn't help his teammate out. And then Mac and Co can kind of just pick it up from there and find the round. Seattle Surge find 2 rounds back themselves. It's been a hell of a search and destroy so far. Still not sure who's going to come out on top.
No, me either. Seattle, though, big hit again. Legion here in force. Oh, Black just throwing a shoulder. Actually going to fly out for it as well. He's got to find a position towards the back end. TJ fighting for his life. He's trying to find it. He does eventually, but he's super weak. Claystor will get one off the back of it as well. TJ moving through every doorway and window, trying to stay alive. Pred will get that kill.
Fred,
And
beautiful
standing at
kill.
1 versus 2 as it erupts over the
1v2 for
A side.
Sandy.
And that round is kind of dictated from what we've seen at the very beginning. You've seen a couple of hit markers coming through from a couple of Seattle Surge players. There's a lot of information gained. If you don't find the kill with those grenades or stuns or whatever you're throwing over there, you find information. Vegas Legion will pin back because of it. Fred now, he's going to check it from the bomb. Standing over the child, my goodness, but the trade is there. Accuracy, map point for Seattle Surge.
Seattle Surge.
And it was a wonderful
one map
fight to begin
away
with, but
from
2 versus
taking
1.
this map
Sometimes
number
it's a
2.
bit better, and yeah, accuracy will just rip his kneecaps off. And Seattle Surge now have the advantage in this. Vegas
That was a
Legion have
nasty
not found anything
gunfight
in the
win from
last 3
Standy on Fred,
rounds.
though. Head glitching the fucking bomb.
Getting a little scary now. They were streaky themselves after Seattle Surge found themselves into a lead. But Seattle have been enjoying this 8 hit, to be honest with you. They don't want to give
Temp
Vegas
with the
Legion any
breadstick.
opportunity. They think blow for blow, they are stronger than the Vegas Legion. They're happy to go with it. Temp through the middle of the map is going to give the cover to Standy, who's now going to find a way over towards A. Seattle Surge do not have numbers over towards this site.
Haven't had a lot of luck at getting this bomb down. Legion, if they get it down to A here, will have the commanding position. And there it goes. This is always difficult to retake if you do not have A control.
Seattle Surge waiting on Pred. Gonna have to clear out quite a bit. Macca's gonna get a little bit of information, but that will be it. Place that. Take a couple in the head, but it's a wise old one that can survive those. Mac's still looking for some picks, and we're still waiting on Pred on that flank. Slow and steady. This is gonna burst into life very, very quickly.
Place to go down as well. Advantage to Surge. Time is ticking. Temp will follow on back as well. Pred still not arrived. He has to get into position as well. That dead silence is hot. Mac will go into time, but Temp finds the kill. Mac flies into the point and falls.
Vegas tied up.
Round 11.
Round 11 incoming.
There we go. Nicely done from Vegas Legion. And you can see the play from Seattle Surge, and eventually I think it's almost a moment of, we probably need to start doing something here. I know Pred's clearing up the flank, but let's try and make something happen before then. Let's try and not rely on that. Find a couple of kills, but the important one was from TJ in top Cancino, where he's being full the majority of the game, it feels like. Kill after kill after kill. Defensive and attacking side. The one at the Pred makes the round. 5-5, here we go. Seattle Surge on the attack.
Pred going towards the middle as well, and I think he's just slipped through the net. Will he get away? No, he will not. Standing with the first blood. There is going to be a problem, though, with Claystor gets Sim as well. It's down to a 2 versus 4. Legion have every advantage for this now. They know where Surge are. They have the numbers. Mac, will he find a miracle?
He needs to find something for his team. Pred finds a free route through the tunnel, and then Sib was watching over him. He gets shot in the back, and then Sib gets gunned as well. Vegas Legion. It wasn't looking likely when I was looking at the minimap, but all of a sudden, well, it's now a 3 versus 2 in their favor. Accuracy will find Temp. Mac not in a prime position to plant this bomb, but in a good spot to stop Vegas Legion if they do misstep.
And they've now heard him go back. Legion are going to retake this. They are waiting for this to go down. Here it comes. That bomb is going to go down now. They're going to sweep onto him as well. Mac finds the first kill. Claystor will get one back in the 2 versus 1 with accuracy. It's a 1v1 for the end here. Standy versus accuracy, and accuracy flies out the window. Standy will win it. The Legion go up 2-0. But nerves are shredded from both teams. That was closer than it should have been. comes really quite recently, if I remember correctly, but Surge obviously 7-4, a much better prospect for them, Tom.
Yeah, and I think, you know, if you're looking towards anything, yeah, Surge just very, very solid on this one. 5th in attacking percentage, 6th in defensive, just steady. Nothing too crazy to talk about. But once that Tim actually brought up in some of the notes that we were getting together here, when Stanley joined, he actually, specifically for Toronto, dropped a 1.29 on that squad, on this match specifically. But since he came out of Vegas, only a 0.8. It hasn't had the influence that we maybe thought he could have. But TJ and Cole, I mean, that won't help Standy with his KD. If you're going to shoot him in the back, TJ, yeah, that doesn't work at all. Vegas Legion wiped off the point.
Yeah, no fun there. Maybe a little bit too focused on the game, just shooting everything that moves. Both players behind the same boxes. Temp now looking to slay his way forward. Has famously done pretty well on this map in terms of slaying. But it isn't just about the kills. He also needs the positioning.
Yeah, it was a crazy play at the major, wasn't it? From Temp over towards this A side to solidify the game for Vegas Legion. Standing killed them, trying to make a push over towards A. Seattle Surge happy to answer this in any which way they can. Scrappy at the beginning of this one. Only 2 members of Seattle Surge left, but now at this point, Pred on his way, but there's the wipe. Vegas Legion will find a good bit of control over towards this A side. Those ticks are coming in.
Yeah, and there's nothing here for Pred, realistically. Doesn't want to go anywhere yet. He might try and sneak a kill, but he will not contest it. Here he goes, exit kill. Pred against TJ, and Pred is going to get caught! And Mac will eventually get his trade done as well. For now, Seattle Surge going to throw out the walls and the defenses and hold down B.
It was actually an important kill went on as that A capture was coming through. Vegas Legion sent Standy over towards the B side, looking to just try and find something. Very, very little, but Seattle Surge, not any mid-map control right now. Vegas Legion taking control of the compound. And have ultimately just faded themselves over towards B. Sib is here on the flank, but the rest of the team do need to help them out.
Got to be careful. And there it is, accuracy. That's a huge kill as well. Locking it down. Sib trying to find anybody here on the flank. Actually finds another one. Legion have not managed to find the kills they want quite yet. A little bit of control now coming through.
I think because Legion pushed through the mid-map, they didn't give Seattle Surge the spawns that, well, maybe Legion thought they would get. It's a difficult one when they are spawning over towards that mountainside to try and find the break, and now this is a little 1-by-1 from Vegas Legion. A challenge from Temp. You need to wait on the rest of your team. Seattle Surge defending quite deeply, I want to say. We haven't seen too much of a push over towards the green side. Yeah, okay, we've seen Sib over there, but for the most part, they haven't wanted to venture further than they would have liked to down this field, but now this time Mac is going to find himself in that position. Vegas Legion, 45 seconds. 4 lives down. A lot of work to do here over towards B.
And again, the Legion will look. They find the first blood. Pred still holding it down. Clay still stays alive with his life. Accuracy, though, finds TJ. They cannot get any kills going. Accuracy is just a man on a mission. He will not be moved. They cannot find him as he finds Claystro as well. He is locked in on a 6 streak. Temp finds Pred up top. Last roll of the dice.
Now they're going to be able to find anything. It's looking like the answer is no. Vegas Legion never really getting any control over towards the field side. And Seattle Surge, give them the credit. They completely give up the compound in the middle of the map. There may well be one more opportunity, but I was talking like it wasn't going to happen because it probably wasn't. Seattle Surge very much just giving up control of the middle of the map there, but happy to just sit back. Nothing too crazy, and sometimes you can see teams do this and let the opposition try to come towards them and just try and find your gunfights from there, but it can almost feel a little bit too passive. But Seattle Surge paid that to absolute perfection. Sitting back, not doing anything stupid, just locking down whatever angles you need to, and accuracy. The prime member of Seattle Surge, who is very, very good at doing that. 6 or 7 in a row by the time the round ended. Seattle Surge relatively comfortable round number 1.
Yeah, it really was, and gotta say that accuracy just happy.
Seattle won round 1 of control.
Up. No chows, no trades, no nothing. This time, though,
they're on defense.
As he goes stationary once again, it is all about the overwatch, but the kills have to be made further up the field for him to be effective.
Standy's done well. And those are kills very far up the map, I want to say, for Vegas Legion. That just puts Seattle Surge off completely, or does it? Still tempted with something over towards this side. Accuracy is like, oh, Standy with an I fancy my chances here. Not quite. Standy with 3 in a row to kick off the round. It would be nice for him to get a streak going, because Accuracy does have that cruise missile, which can be very, very helpful when it comes down to control on El Asilo.
And here we go. Pred by name, Pred by nature. Dead silence.
Oh, nice.
Tem's going to get him as well. Sim will get a kill as they look to get onto A. There's been no joy for Seattle Surge as they've moved anywhere else. Sib just holding, waiting for the chow. Clayster goes for the white chow. He's going to fall as well. Sib backs off, 13 health. Waits.
Flank coming through from Standy. It's 4 in a row from him, 3 from Temp. And 29 seconds to go. Standy will eventually get taken down though. Temp is playing very, very passive, and he's kind of in a position where he needs the rest of his teammates to be able to help him. He's going to be able to find one. TJ in from top offices now. Slowly but surely, this time is ticking up on the control, but Temp is going to find Sib. Seattle Surge are running out of time.
Back though, looking for the flash. Not going to find the second one. TJ and Seattle Surge have burnt a lot of time across to this. Pred may have to be the hero Seattle need. He will have to go onto this point, potentially, just to stop the clock, just to be a distraction. There we go, foot on. Gets into the point by himself and instantly falls. No hero play
Guns
today. Accuracy, last alive. And slow and steady isn't going to work here as he's gunned by Clayster, and the rest of them have to get all the way across field. No joy for Seattle, Tom.
Wow.
Good round
That's
from Vegas.
Bearing in mind,
Another
Vegas
good
Legion,
defense.
when they have found their one win on this map, it really came down to a lot of their attacks. Attacking percentage is, well, a lot better than their defensive, but it does come down to the averages. But that is a complete shutout on the defensive side of things. Big round from Temp, sitting at 13-5, and I love his positioning, you know. Sitting just over towards the corner of the site, not showing his face, just holding it down, not letting potentially a player like Accuracy push up towards the radio tower. That's not where you want Accuracy. Based on what we see in the previous round, when the man's posted up, he's going to fry you. Not given a single opportunity to do that. A very, very good hold from Legion.
And now, the Legion, a try again. Moderately successful last attack, and TJ flying forward. He finds Mac. But it's the rest of the kills that now matter. The Legion go for B, or do they not? They're already got a couple of kills. They're going to go for it. This could be a huge stack for them. Trophies down. Everybody on.
Yeah, it's when Predicate dies on the flank, and then they find one player back towards the site.
Yeah,
it's
everybody
on the point. And let's hold on.
Oh, double kill with the nade, though.
And
oh.
there comes absolutely everything in from Seattle Surge, and what was looking fantastic for Vegas Legion falls apart in an instant.
Get a freaking...
Yeah, but for a trophy, the point was lost. Will that be the game? Will it be the decider? Seattle Surge have now swarmed forward, ready to put the chokehold onto Legion. Every corner, every aspect, they'll be looking for them as they go to farm and they go to work.
That's a tough one for Vegas Legion. I mean, we're all saying the same thing. Where was the trophy? Where was the trophy? Sometimes, you know, you might just not have one. I don't know whether or not they use them in another point, but because of whatever has happened, whatever has transpired, they've got 25 seconds to maybe try and grab one single point. A good defensive hold.
Red got a double kill with the
Two
nade,
rounds from them, and not a
a
sensational one from Surge. Puts them in an advantageous position. You'd like to think they maybe need to find at least A to have a chance of that defensive round in round number 5 if we get that.
Somebody trying to take that accuracy. He's fighting off all comers, but it won't be enough. Slaying
now they got
has worked here for Legion. They will get onto the point. Will this be an attempted retake? Mac is going to be there finding Standy. The pinch is going to come in from Sib. Right into the back door of Temp. Shoots him straight in the head. It's only TJ left alive.
Temp's back door.
Have found nothing.
Don't do that.
Back to the respawn. Back to the drawing board. And can they brute force their way back in one more time?
Have 11 seconds. They spawn towards the field side, but Pred is farming them off it. TJ's going to find the kill, though, and will find a touch. The time is stopped. The stagger push from both two sides from the side of Vegas Legion.
Get back on B.
The A side. Was it a risk, though, as B is not going to happen for them either. And over the last 2 rounds, neither one of these teams capturing A or B whatsoever.
And that's the crazy thing. When we spoke about the stack from Legion, the first words I used were trophies down. I didn't see any. They didn't have any. They risked it. They gambled. They put it all on the line, and they caught a Semtex to the teeth.
Yeah, it's one of those moments. I mean, we've all kind of been there, haven't we? You want to try and get... Everyone's like screaming, trophy down, trophy down. I don't have one, unfortunately. If they did have one, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but surely they didn't. In that position, that maybe gets them a hold of B and gives them another minute to try and win the round. A tough one to take. Seattle Surge with a good start over towards this A side as well, because they're going to get aggressive. Hasn't had the best of maps so far. And is all of a sudden left completely alone over towards the A side.
Pred goes looking. A little bit of slaying, a little bit of playing. Staying alive as well as they both do the exact same thing and trade nades, but it will be Pred who walks away with it. And Temp has no idea. It's an easy kill for Pred. That's 4 down. That's A gone.
There's an opportunity for Seattle Surge to maybe jump over towards B, but because of their positioning, Vegas Legion over towards the mountainside, the spawns do come in. Crucial kills for Vegas Legion now. Let me actually have a look over towards this A side now. Accuracy has to jump off. The stun starts to come through. He will find Callista. So that might help things out. And then Vegas Legion stepped maybe just a little bit too far back over towards A. They've opened the door up towards B. A minute to go. That time will surely be extended.
I haven't capped it yet.
Legion by name, but all they've got right now is a Legion of panic. They're worried. They are not in positioning. TJ may be the race in the hole. He finds a kill already. Bay has gone. Pred is looking to farm off the point. TJ has to be the master of this. He's already found 2 off the green. He's giving his team a little bit of breathing room as both teams going to work farming from both sides of the map.
Who can do it better? TJ gets taken down. So the pressure now very much on Vegas Legion. 2-1 down. You're in a bad spot here in round number 4 as well. 7 lives down. It could have been 6. Pred will eventually fall down. Mac looking for the child. Is going to find Clayster by way of Sib jumping across and finding himself dead. And now Mac can put the pressure on for Seattle Surge here. You can see that Vegas Legion can't take over towards Tin. They know that Mac is here and they can't just go for a blind challenge.
Trying to get him down. They know they don't have the lives to keep on going with this trade game. Mac is looking to farm. TJ will get the timing on him. Points are already in. 2 going down from Surge as well. They do not want to lose the map control. Actually, wall bangs him. Sim will get another one. And Sim will get it as well. Temp has fallen.
Uh-oh.
Clayster is alive, but he's trying to hold off reinforcements. He does not want anyone to push forward. The rest of Legion are streaming across this map as more players add to the fire here. The tick is rolling forward. Clayster finds one, slows it down by a minuscule amount, but they're going to get through. They don't have the kills. They don't have the numbers. Surge win the control. They've taken down the Legion on this. And you've got to feel for Vegas.
Vegas not able to close out in a 3-0 sweep. Seattle stays in it. Can they win a hard point to push this to a map 5? Should be interesting. Seattle plays a little better there. We're able to come up pretty clutch in a couple of spots where Vegas, I thought maybe were able to have an advantage. But Seattle able to clutch up and take map number 3. Mac 25-18, Pred 20-15. Temp, the only one on the other side any good with 19-15. Let's check out map number 4. It looks like Hotel Hardpoint.
It sucks. They've got a little bit better. It hasn't been great, but the hardpoint has been relatively solid, and well, they will have to be very, very good here against Seattle Surge. Seeing it 8-7, yeah, okay, it's not the best of records, but 3-8 for Vegas Legion. Bear in mind, one of those was the most absurd comeback we've ever seen in hardpoint. This probably should be 2-9, to be honest with you. Well,
I don't need another one of those. It was great, but my lungs won't take it today.
We got to get you to Toronto and fit and healthy, mate. No, just a nice steady game here, boys.
Well, let's see, obviously, at the moment, Legion will be looking to hold this side down for as long as possible, but they have to contest P1. They have to go into the blender, onto the crucible of war as both teams just look for the trades.
Fighting it out into what can sometimes be the Bermuda Triangle of spawns over towards P1, but Vegas Legion are the ones looking down P2 where needed. Just keeping an eye on Mac, though, making a dead silence play, and will get taken down pretty much immediately. So good hold from Vegas Legion, but Seattle Surge picked up a good chunk of time. Legion would like to answer back.
You can see what they're doing now, just trying to hold the line. They know they have to give a little bit of a contest, and they're doing it actually quite effectively. Some time here for them. What they must not do is break. They have sunk all of this into this P2 hold.
Nicely done. You take that all day long. The P2 rotations are looking pretty solid so far. Accuracy and Mac trying to stop that from being a thing whatsoever. Grenade going in, the trophy well placed. Very well placed. Callista surviving due to it. They do finding some kills though. The rest of the team just about holding on to P2 here, but Sib will find him. Looking like a good break from Surge so far.
And they are looking for it as well. Seattle Surge flooding forward. They are in the point. Players in every single angle though. And Vegas should get straight back into it as TJ gets Pred, but that's a huge fight from Pred. He keeps the opportunity open towards middle.
Oh, is the break going to come through? Eventually Seattle Surge will get a little bit of purchase inside the point, but Temp goes for the aggression. Pred now sitting in over towards the middle. It's not going to work out for him in that kind of area. Of course, just with the SMG, Standy will then clean him up. It was looking like the Seattle Surge break was inevitably going to come through there, but to kind of pay homage to the stats that we have here. Both these two teams not very strong at breaking on this map whatsoever. 10th and 9th respectively, with Vegas being towards the lower side. Rotations are so key. Vegas Legion with the lead based off that rotation over towards P2. We'll see how Surge answer in kind with a rotation to kitchen.
See, they're going to go towards the back here, but it is never an easy break, and they are not even close. They cannot get within touching distance. Temple was the first one in, but without somebody to trade, like, doesn't really want to go through that door. Temp, that is an outrageous gunfight to make on the minimap. Seattle Surge were not expecting Sandy making out one towards the back as well, and the Legion have broken Surge.
They've broken it so cleanly as well. Pred still towards the back. They eventually deal with him.
Beautiful break from Legion.
It's a kill feed that looks very Vegas Legion orientated. Seattle Surge had very little answer to anything there. Just a soft defense. You don't win a couple of gunfights, all of a sudden you can get picked apart when it comes down to kitchen. There's so many different entrances to come through. Vegas Legion played them like a fiddle. Seattle Surge now gonna have to walk away with a decent lead for Vegas Legion here. You didn't have the rotation, but you do find the break.
40 points.
Gonna find the fight as well. Looking for a pinch here. Sees accuracy. An AR battle. Accuracy with a slightly better position as well. As Nate go down, but Clayster will get the kill. Doors are still open, but they have to find the kill, so they go through. TJ will find one. Going for the pinch, and TJ
beautiful win from TJ.
Well. Clayster finds the kill, and they've broken it again.
Clayster has just done so well from the bedroom side. He's waiting for Seattle to get control of it. Finds 2 and 3 and 4 kills.
Clayster 12 and 6 on a 4 streak.
Locking down the bedroom. And it's
want it, Clayster. Want it.
Complete control of bedroom side. They've got complete control of the bar. And the hill is in their hands, but of course, again, every single time that we say Vegas Legion are doing something great, Pred arrives on the scene. 2 for him, single leg coming, Pred 2 of his own. Temp's the only one who can answer back with Vegas Legion. With threatening a very nice break that.
Yeah, maybe lost a little bit of time waiting to get onto the point, but Seattle get back onto it as well. They are not disturbed by everything that Legion are pulling out of the bag right now as we go towards restaurant. Teams are just making sure they fight tooth and nail for this.
On the rotation. He's here with Sib to try and slow down what Vegas Legion are trying to do. The push
Pred, 2 big kills.
To walk in and just clean up the mess that has been created.
Standy gets Sib though.
Standy and kill.
They still haven't got Pred.
Surge back into this one after what was a couple of seconds of not
Pred.
Good play, but Vegas Legion have found a break back. It's just brute force through the middle of the map, but keep an eye on Mac. He's there to pinch for the rest of his team who are coming through the kitchen side.
It's a good spot right
got
there.
him as well. Legion have the numbers here as well.
Probably the best spot of
directions. Clayster laid
that
down.
hill.
Accuracy here. They're going to jump into the point, but they're going to fall as well. Accuracy finds TJ. Mac will find Clayster. Standy falls as well. And the Legion have been rebuffed back out of restaurant.
Beautiful break again by
There's been a
Surge.
back and forth hard point for these two. But it will be Seattle in the better position as we move forward.
It felt like looking at the
only
minimap
gonna have
that
about a
every
20
single
point
arrow
lead,
was
maybe.
pointing in a different direction.
Maybe
I had
less.
no clue where any team was breaking from, holding from. Not a clue. Everybody all over the place, and ultimately it just comes down to a couple of trade fests here and there. And all of a sudden, what was a healthy lead for Vegas Legion is now looking like a turnaround. Sib's going to find one towards the back. It's crucial that Clayster found it momentarily on his own, but Mac is now left also on his own to try and get some kitchen control, which Vegas Legion are trying to keep a hold of. They know the push is going to come from bedroom. TJ set up towards that side. Standy will find the killer kitchen. Looking good for Legion.
TJ!
TJ! Pushed all the way out towards block there on the minimap. Looks like how on earth they swarmed past him. Played his time, played his kills.
Here they come, Clay.
Seattle Surge now have to try and break this through as well. They know there can be players in corners. Going for Overwatch. Can he thread the needle? Looking for Clayster's fingertips. There goes the nade. Clayster will just have to take it. Sandy's going to find the kill as well. A little bit of a slow push here from Sib.
Wow, he just did not move still.
I almost would have wanted to see Sib maybe just get a little bit more aggressive,
there.
but mustn't have been
Great
feeling confident about the
from here
positioning
from
the
Vegas
teammates.
to hold this.
Just kind of running into the fire of Seattle Surge. Good shots coming in from Pred, but it's able to be cleaned up. So after the first rotation, Hills, it is a very healthy lead for the Vegas Legion. It's like this after the first rotation of Hills on Embassy as well. Very strong start. The mid-game, though, is where Seattle Surge started to come back into things. Can they do so once again?
And here are the critical roles going into the second set of rotations. If you had a Seattle Surge, maybe the rotations can save them. They are not winning the slaying battle, but if they can get to these points first, they can hold.
TJ with a big win over towards the double arches. Standy finding more, and Standy finding
20 and 8 on a 6
in a row from Standy. He'll want to challenge this on the Sib, no doubt, but TJ is there to, well, potentially pick up the pieces, cannot do so. Spawn's not really there for anybody right now. Seattle Surge spawning towards the bedroom side.
Vegas still in control. Oh, Temp!
Towards the spot, but Temp Nelly lighting up 3. We'll find 2, but it's looking like a big fight over towards the car park. Can TJ find this onto Mac?
I think Mac knows somebody's out here. He saw a player earlier on or heard a player, but TJ has played a little bit shy behind the fire engine.
Needs help.
And they're waiting. There's Silence pop to lay down. Will he take the right corner? Sid will, but it doesn't matter. TJ still playing his
Nice
life.
job
And
from
that
Teej
means
to
Legion
hold down
are going to be
P2
the first in the
spawns.
P2.
Yeah, it's Temp who finds the kill over towards the restaurant side, and then they can start to lock things down from here as well. Standy.
100-point lead now.
We're thinking of the SMG of Standy, but it's the tack today. 5 in a row for Standy. It was 6 in a row about 3 seconds ago.
You gotta use that cruise so you can get another one.
Oh,
never mind.
Fred's the only one who can shut him down. The hold for Vegas Legion is strong. 30 seconds already into P2. It's been all Legion.
The first few
Good
kills
break.
come through.
Seattle
Surge needed
or
that desperately.
Vegas still has
They will
spawns
have
though.
to fight their way back up the mountain at this point if they want to come back into the game.
They still have
Time on
spawn.
P2, pinning in Legion all the
Nope,
way
they
to the
just
back
lost it.
spawn. The rotation is calling.
Ooh.
Is Legion get here first in some sort of numbers? They might have a good time, but they haven't done it yet.
That's a small win for Vegas Legion, though, towards P2. I mean, you pick up 30 seconds when the lead is this high. And this big, it's a good position to be in. Standing on transition as well. We'll find another kill. He's been phenomenal for Legion in this series.
Vegas could close
And
it
can they
out
find the
here
break
on
to
this
both
on this
Maxi
hill if they
Alsurge
can
this
get
one?
in here.
Max gonna be the first to pull close. They're
Oh,
through.
Clay ran out of
Not quite
bullets.
there, but Standy is.
But they got
Rest of
in.
Vegas Legion are here in numbers.
That's a
Seattle
break.
Surge trying to find a break back.
A break and break and break. Legion just keep doing it to Seattle Surge.
TJ, the
Like
only one
Bane
left.
versus Batman. They will not
Can
let
he
go
hold
away
it?
from TJ. It's
Oh.
not a mistake, but Sim will get that kill as well. More players flooding through it as well. A huge
Sim absolutely guns him out of the
pulling
shorts.
his team out of the fire. They needed
24
that. They were
seconds
here
for
first. They
Vegas.
want the points.
They need every single rotation, every single break
Now they're
right
gonna
now.
have to rotate
Vegas
anyway.
Legion still only 24 seconds away from the win in the map and the series.
Just rotate. Just rotate.
Mac is there to find one at the clay step, but this is getting a little bit scary now. Legion are in.
And there's Fred. Has to fight off 2 as well. He's going to fall the temp. 13
Rotate,
seconds.
rotate,
they cannot
rotate,
win.
rotate.
Rotation. It's placed up, but it's going to be gunned by accuracy. There is still life for Seattle. There is still an opportunity, but they
They're gonna
must
be about
hold
10
some
seconds
rotations.
out.
One big 60 is all it takes for things to get very, very nervy for the Vegas Legion.
Seattle
but all it
has to
takes for them
hold.
right now
Or it's over.
is 10 seconds for 10 more CDL points. Mac is going to find the kill on the clay step. Last time around, this fight was
Come on,
influential. This time
Vegas.
around, it's Mac who wins it. Still the hold for Seattle. Vegas Legion taking their time.
Oh, he was there.
They're not finding it.
3
Seattle
kills
are
for
clearing
Seattle.
house. They are clearing the lanes. They will not let Vegas Legion come anywhere near this point.
Oh,
And
Fred
puts
guns
down
him out of his
Playster as well.
shorts.
At what point do Vegas Legion rotate? Because they have not found anything
Rotate
here.
now. Just
The
rotate.
problem is with a mega early rotation, it gives Seattle Surge time to find their way over as well. I haven't seen a Vegas Legion gunfight win in quite some time. They're setting up for transition already.
Mac
That is that full
has
60 I
to
talked
go
about. It comes
huge.
through, and Max found some kitchen control as well. This is bad for Vegas Legion.
And Mac
It's really
on the
bad.
attack. It's unbelievable. He's found his way through to it as well. But
No,
does not win that gunfight.
Vegas
The first
has to
takes
hold
are
10
now
seconds
turning for
here.
Legion. They might have made just enough.
Sib
Gets the first kill. The
gets
rest of them
one.
gonna be kitchen. Temp finds him at the
That's
same
it.
time. 4
This could be
seconds
it.
of
2
victory.
seconds.
Seattle Surge have to fly, but they are going to die. Nothing but a
Vegas
small contest, and it will be
keeps their
Vegas
champs'
Legion.
hopes alive.
A sigh of relief. It is not the cheers of victory, but an oh my goodness, thank goodness we got that win.
They needed that one bad. Temp fired up. Vegas closing it out on map 4 and keeping their champs' hopes alive as they stay within 10 points of the Minnesota Rocker. So now, as Rocker play today, if they lose, they're in a good spot going into Major 5. But Vegas, pretty much, there's some really crazy stuff that has to happen now for Vegas not to be in winner's bracket. So, and Rocker will probably be in loser's bracket. So definitely Vegas will have quite a bit of a leg up on Rocker going into Major 5. All they need is one win in that winner's bracket, and they can put themselves in a very, very good place for champs going in to the last couple weeks of the season. That's going to do us here. Well, let's see. Is there a... Yep, they got Standy post-game interview. Let's check that out.
Right. They can eclipse you and knock you out of champs contention. So for Seattle Surge, that is tough. Seattle Surge, good luck moving
Yeah,
forward.
Seattle's
For now, though, we are
at
popping
risk of
bottles
losing
with
their
Mr.
chance
Wandy.
slot,
Put it in
too.
the chat right now. We've got Standy joining us live. And Standy, the chat was going nuts after your search and destroy performance. You continue to impress with some plays on control. But that game 4, that was the difference maker for me. You shined amongst everyone in that lobby. What was it like playing against Pred in the Surge today?
Playing against Fred in the search?
Yeah.
I don't really know. We just kind of played our game and just prepared for ourselves and just played confident and we won.
Standy, I feel like you thrive in being the underdog. How has it felt sort of embodying that story with the Vegas Legion throughout this split? Coming into it, we looked at your schedule. I'm looking at it right now. You guys had one of the hardest splits that we've seen all year long for a team, especially in the position that you're in. You guys rise to the occasion now, 3-2. So how do you feel being the underdog gave you an edge?
Well, I just been in a lot of situations, I feel like, in my career where I feel like I'm a little bit undervalued or underappreciated. So I just am always there still, I'm always going hard, practicing hard to,
Yeah.
I want to be a scary, I want a top team to, look at my team and just be like, yo, these guys are scary. They're like, we can't take it easy against them,
Yeah,
and yeah, that's really all.
It feels like that's the case now.
Right.
Sorry, I was interrupting there for a second because I really want to know. The tandem of you and Teej, man, you guys have been unbelievable. Search and destroy, now in the respawns. For you two, how have you built that chemistry up to this point? Because it seems like you guys are unstoppable.
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I just think I joined the team and me and T just happened to have really good play styles to bounce off each other. I think Tej is very good at he's very good at understanding when I'm the one going rogue that he needs to be the one to play safe, and then when he's the one going rogue, I'm the one to play safe. So we both kind of get our moments to make plays and go rogue, and I do dirty work to help him and he does dirty work to help me. But I mean, he's very selfless, and having a guy like that always makes the game easier.
Standy, you had an apartment in Toronto earlier this year. You are going back to that city to play in the next major. Where are you taking us and the rest of your team to go eat?
You don't know.
There's this place called, I don't know, to be honest.
Look
My
at Standy,
brain's
man.
blank right
He doesn't eat. This
McDonald's-
guy's a $1.10 soaking wet. Yo, he
Go get some poutine somewhere.
I'll teach you how to eat,
Go
my
get some
friend.
poutine somewhere.
There we go. That is my man, Standy. We got to let you go because we still have 3 more matches left on the day. Congratulations
That was
on
the
win.
worst interview of all time. But that's going to do it here on the hard carry. Also, thank you guys for hanging out. We got 3 more matches today also. Stay tuned for more Call of Duty League action.